Alright gang, welcome back to our one-tile challenge and welcome to December in a very hail and rain filled episode. Luckily we have our hat on, but this hail is pelting off me. It is not feeling good. We're heading up to the shop because we're going to buy a little bit of the crawfish brood stock because we need some. But we're also going to be making some changes. A lot of people have been asking me to, change out the mower, and I said I was going to change out the baler. Today's going to be the day that we do that. We're getting rid of the windrower, the mower, and the baler. All three of them are going away. Now, you might be asking, Z, why would you be doing that? You only have $2,000. Why would you be doing that? Well, we've been getting a little lucky here, I guess, lately. A little bit luckier than I ever expected. In the used market, there is a mower and a loading or forage wagon combo. What this does is it mows and then it picks it up and deposits it directly into the wagon. Saves us a bunch of time. We go from doing three different jobs, to doing one job altogether. Pretty nice. So we're going to be picking that up. It's $21,000. We will get to that once we sell everything that we need to sell here. And should give us a little bit of extra money as well. So that's nice. So we're going to repair that. We don't actually have enough, evidently, to repaint it yet. So I think I'm going to hold off on selling that just yet. Because we also have some things we want to sell today as well. We have oat, which is best to sell now and or January, and it's dropping, so we should sell it now. It's $9.73 at our little market. We also have wheat, which is best to sell now, also dropping, $6.05 at our little market. So we're going to be selling those today as well. But before we do, I already came up here to get the brood stock, so let's grab that. I forget what it was under. It's under miscellaneous, I think, but I don't remember exactly which miscellaneous it's under. Here we go. Crawfish broodstock. We're just going to buy one for now. Probably need more than one, honestly, because we're chewing through it quickly. But it should suffice for a little while, at least until spring. This should be fine. So we'll head on back and drop that off so we can continue our crawfish production. And then we're going to start picking up, well, I guess we'll take some of the crop that we have and go and sell that immediately, so that way we have enough money to, repaint all the stuff that we're going to be selling so we can get the best money for it. You get a few extra dollars if you repaint them when you sell them. I know a lot of people have asked about that in the past. You do gain a few extra dollars. It's not a ton of money, but it is a few extra bucks, and really, I'll take every extra buck I can get right now, so just don't drive into the sell point this time, Z. Remember last time I drove into the sell point with the rice saplings and sold some of those, unfortunately. We're not going to do that. That's why I have this little weird cut right here, so I can go around that sell point. We need to plow up our rice field. We still haven't done that yet. We need to mow this grass, which obviously we're going to be doing that today since we're upgrading everything. It's going to be a little bit different, right? So the mower itself does not have a very wide width. It's actually less than our current mowing system is, but with the fact of being able to not having to put it into windrows and, quite frankly, not having to bale it, it's going to save us a ton of time, an absolute ton of time. And we're not going to mow that entire thing today. We're only going to mow about half of it, like we had been doing in the past. We're back in that spot where we can just mow half of it. Unless something changes. My goal, at least, is not to mow the entirety of it. Okay, that was a terrible job, Z. Come on, buddy, get it together. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Things are good here. Let's sell the oats first. There's not a ton of oat, but let's sell that first, because that should get us enough money to hopefully be able to repair all the equipment we're going to be selling, because I'd like to do that first. I don't want to lose the I don't want to lose this used what's it called, a Riberi, I guess. I don't know. Now I understand that it's going to need a little service, and we will do that as well. I do think it's a good upgrade for us. I really do, because eventually, our grass field is going to be small, right? It's not going to be a massive grass field moving forward. Because we've got other plans, right? We've got other plans to turn it into something else. So Hail has stopped. It's now just raining, so that's a little bit better, although it still does kind of hurt. Open air, getting pelted in the face with some rain. Doesn't feel very good. All right, I'm going to leave that there for right now. We'll come pick it up here in a second. We're going to grab the mower. I'm going to head to bring the mower up there as well, and then we'll come back and get the windrower in a second. That should be enough money for us for the time being. The broodstock did not accept. Normally, before I was having issues with it, but then I just decided I was going to sit it there one time, and it just accepted it eventually. So I'm going to have to try it again here, see what's going on here. There we go. I guess the trigger is just kind of up in the air a little bit. So let's grab the mower here. Man, this is exciting, man. We've got good things going on here. Real good things going on here. Had to take a couple steps back to take a massive step forward, right? Is the rain slowing down now? Seems like the rain's slowing down. The sun's going to be here soon enough, is what it looks like. I also need to service this tractor. I don't think we did that yet. We didn't really have the money to do it. We will today when we're selling all of that crop that we have to sell. The wheat, obviously, we've got a lot of that. We're going to keep some of it because for the chickens, we also need to top the chickens off. They do have enough food, but they're starting to get lower, so we'll just top them off before we sell all that wheat. Probably keep a small amount of that as well for the chickens, like I normally do. I don't know, a couple 100 liters or so. That should be all we need to hold us off until the next harvest. Okay, so let's repaint this. And then we can sell this. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Repair, repaint, and sell it. $5,000 to repair this. Holy smokes. We're going to have to repair it soon, though. It's in a bad spot. It's in a real bad spot. Okay, so now we just got to head down there and grab the windrower. Now, we also have this nice Massey Ferguson. We're not going to get there, unfortunately, today. I'd love to say we could, because I'd love to have it. But we're not going to get there. We know for a fact we're not going to get there, so. Alright, the rain has slowed down dramatically. Very much smaller little raindrops. Okay, so we repair that, repaint that. Perfect, we'll get $16,000 out of that. That's good. Okay, that gives us $33,000. Let's go ahead and buy this. I'm just going to keep it at the basic capacity. I think this one really is for kind of shooting manure and stuff out the back. Turn the license plate off. You know I don't care about the license plate. Alright, so we'll buy that, and then we can come back in here. Oh, let me go connect up to it and bring it over here. That'd be a smart thing to do first. I'd like to service this and service our tractor as well, but I don't know if we're going to have enough money without selling some of that wheat. Okay, we can repair that 100%, and that means we can repair this. Okay, good. We are good. Now, hopefully this works. It is kind of pulling it down low to the ground here, as you can tell. I think that's just based off of how small our tractor is, but hopefully this works. Hopefully I didn't just screw up. Well, I guess if I did, there's really no way around it now, right? This thing's pretty cool, though, man. It's a little mower combo, mower, loading wagon, forage wagon combo. Let's just hope it works. Might look a little weird, but eventually we're going to get another tractor, so then it won't look as weird. Oh yeah, look at this. Easy peasy, man. Now, it's like I said, it's not a very big width, so you're going to have to kind of get used to that. But we are cutting down the number of jobs we have to do, from doing 3 jobs to just 1 job at a time. Like, this is going to be much faster overall. Yeah, we're churning through this, and this thing holds a lot more than that baler too, right? So this overall, this is just much faster, and I can just keep them mowing this way if I wanted to. Just like that, right? Really no reason to even pick it up. I might as well just leave it down the entire time and, you know, pick up whatever I can, right? When we're doing turns and everything else, and we're not in an area that is specifically our grass field, we can just keep picking it up from the weeded grass back there like I just did, right? We just keep going. Easy. I am going to try to clean up over here on the edge here. I kind of missed this little tiny section. Is it that much? Does it really make a big difference? No, but I just want to get it. Just to make everything look a little bit better. I think it's pretty good, man. I love it. I love it. It was a great investment, I think. A great upgrade. Massive time saver. All of that. Now, I will talk about the sheep really quick. So, we are maxed out now. We have got 29 sheep in the pen, which is awesome. It's fantastic. Not a complaint at all. But they have run out of bales. So, we're going to have to drop some of this grass off to them. Although they have plenty of meadow grass, and there's really no concern there. They might have enough meadow grass to hold off for a long, long time. But still, nonetheless, I do want to go ahead and just kind of top them up, if you will, with some more grass here. Now, what we're going to do here, as I mentioned earlier, is we're going to kind of cut this field in half like we have before in the past, and only mow part of that today, and then the other part can be mowed in January. We've got our construction project up here. I've been having to think about it, what we're going to do. We are going to have to put down some kind of a buying station of some sort, I think. I think that's the only chance we got. The only other thing we can do, and it would take a really, really long time, but it might be beneficial for a little while, is kind of go the approach of what I talked about early on in the series. I saw my friend of the channel, Northern Farm Sim. He is making kind of a tree farm type of thing. We could go that approach, right, and get a couple of trees that way, and see what happens. I'm going to cut it right about there. We're going to say that's our line. It's a lot bigger over there, I get that, but this should be sufficient for the time being. This is not going to be a straight line, so don't expect a straight line. If I did that, I could put this on and try to make it a straight line, but it's not a straight line. But it'll be close enough. This is good, man. This is really good. Let's get the rest of this done, then we're going to sell the wheat, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we're pretty much done here, and I'm noticing the maybe I just didn't do the right thing. Maybe I did the fork or something, because it still says we need service, and I swear I fixed it. Somebody's probably yelled at me in the comments. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I clicked the wrong one. I mean, it was only like $1,000. I probably should have clicked in my head that maybe that wasn't enough. So maybe I didn't repair this. I guess we're gonna have to go take a look at that then. But before we do that, let's go ahead and top off the sheep, because we are done here with the mowing for today. We can mow that area over there too whenever we need it, or around the yard in general. Now that we have this is, you know, super nice, because it's easy to maneuver for the most part. Even though it's long, it's easy to maneuver around. And it's very heavy. As you can tell, we're sliding all over the place a little bit here. Alright, they took quite a lot of grass, actually. More than I was expecting. Now, the rest of this can go into the silage pole. It is a weird way for the grass to come out, I'm going to be honest with you. But hey, it's working, so we'll take it. Bottom right-hand corner, you can tell the animals are at 29 out of 29. They need a little bit of water, but they now have maxed out the food as well. And they like I said, they've got meadow grass in there, so they're okay for the most part. But yeah, we got bunches of sheep now, so should be producing a good amount of wool. Speaking of that, we can go take a look and see if we do have a pallet, so we can take that over there today as well to Grandma's knitwear. Looks like it's empty. Good. Alright, for the time being, this might be partially in the way. I'm just going to set this right here. We'll bring it back up, like I said, to the shop and get it repaired here soon. Actually, I don't know. Now it's saying the tractor still has half service. Didn't we just repair the tractor? I thought we just repaired the tractor. Now I got to go look at the vehicles. Well, that's 47%. Yeah, the tractor's fine. Tractor's at 99%. So I guess it's the forks bringing it down that far, which is kind of crazy to me, but I guess it is. Yeah, that's at 100% too. So yeah, it's just the forks, I guess. Weird. Okay. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better, though. Because I thought I was going crazy and that I didn't repair stuff, which I swear I did. I just didn't repair the forks. Which, I mean, frankly, they probably do need to be repaired, but I'm not as concerned about those as I am the equipment, if that makes sense. So we'll drop this off at Grandma's house. We'll pick up our trailer here, and we'll go ahead and start loading up wheat and selling that, which I'm excited about doing. So yeah, I was talking about, you know, our construction project in the house. I don't see any other way to do it since there's nothing on the map for us to buy, which I guess I probably should have looked at before I put that optional objective in here, but I swear there was an FS22, so I just kind of assumed that was the case here, which, you know, I shouldn't assume anything, but that's what I did. So yeah, I guess we're just going to have to buy a buying point or whatever, a buying station or whatever you want to call it. That's really unrealistic, which is what I was trying to stay away from, right? I was trying to not do things like that, but considering that's an optional objective and that's the only way that I can see us being able to do so, we don't, I mean, I love this series, but I don't want it to run for 400 episodes because I feel like that's what it would have to run for if we were going to do it ourselves with planting trees, which is going to take forever to grow. And then we'd have to get, you know, we'd have to plant thousands of trees. Then we have to figure out how to get cement, and we got to figure out how to get shingles. There's all kinds of stuff we got to figure out how to get. I'm not exactly sure how to go about that without that. If anybody has any ideas, let me know down below. Let me know your thoughts on that buying station down below. If we're utilizing the buying station specifically and solely only for the construction project, let me know your thoughts on that. I think we just limit it to that. Anything else we want to buy, we have to go back up to the shop and buy it, right? I don't want to make it too easy on us, if that makes any sense. That's the real reason for I'm saying no to the buying stations at the beginning with. And super unrealistic things, which a buying station in my eyes is super unrealistic. You're not going to get all the stuff you can get out of a silo like that. It's just not going to happen, right? But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below on that, and we'll yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. All right, $6,000 off that. That's I'm really happy about that. Really happy. This means we're going to get a good chunk of change here. A real good chunk of change. Like I said, I want to keep a little bit in there because we do need to drop some off. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're going to do it right now. I was going to say we do need to drop some off at the chickens here, but we need to keep some anyway overall for the chickens too. Let's see. Crawfish are going. Good, good, good. Yep, we got the grass being turned into silage. That's good. Knitwear's going. Good. Might get another pallet of clothes out of that. Maybe, maybe not. Salt production. Yeah, we're doing well here. We've got a bunch of coarse salt we can get out of there, which I'm happy about, so we'll do that. As you can see, I was talking about it the other day. I was saying the large salt definitely ups the cycles per month, right? So your cycles per month in the large are 240. The one we had originally and the one we put down again, 168. So that's good, man. We're going to get a lot of salt now, which is good. We really need it because that's one of our big money makers is that salt, right? Very happy with how it turned out over here, too. Seems like everyone else was pretty happy about it as well. I don't remember when the crawfish are best to sell. I feel like I should memorize all this stuff by now. I feel like I say that in every series, but I don't. I don't know why. They just don't. I don't think about it. I guess it doesn't stick in my head with the best time to sell things. Let's see, crawfish. Not right now. May. So same time as the close. Okay, same time as the close. All right, we can do that. We can do that. Up to 18,590. Need to look today and see what we can do. I don't think there's anything we can do besides mowing grass today. It's December. I don't know why I'm even bringing that up. Ignore that. You didn't hear that at all. All right, let's top off the chickens here really quick before I forget. This should be plenty to top them off. Good. All right, we're going to get another trailer load and a half here and go sell it. All right, another full load here. We're going to go back and pick up about, I don't know, 7,000-ish? No, a little less than that. I think we have 7,000 left. Yeah, 7,000 left. So let's just get 6,000, around 6,000. So good. This will get us really close to 30 grand, which is awesome, man. That's much needed. We have yet to spend any money paying back the loan. That will come soon, I assure you, along with a number of other things that we need to accomplish. Feel like we've got ourselves in a good spot now. We've got a nice solidification of a lot of things, right? We've got pretty much everything we need for the most part now. We've made some good upgrades. We do need a second tractor relatively soon. I think I've made the decision that I'm going to expand ever so slightly the rice field here as well. Nothing insane, nothing crazy, but we're going to expand it out a little bit more. A little bit closer to where we talked about making our production area. Alright, that's going to be good enough. I'll leave the rest in there. Are the chickens going to eat through all that before we harvest again? Probably not, but we're going to leave it in there just in case. Now, soon enough, I do want to, production-wise, I probably should have did it since we've had plenty of money now, but I want to put down some kind of a mill so we can make some flour, things like that, for the wheat and the barley, maybe even the oat. Gets us a little bit more money because obviously these are not a high grossing crop. But it's money that is much, much needed, for sure. we are in a much better spot now than we have been in a long time. Okay, so that's all done. All right, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to mow a little bit more of that grass, and we're going to expand the rice field right now. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We'll grab the coarse salt here later on to move it over here into our road salt production. So let's drop that off there. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop off the forks here as well. I'm just going to put them here now. Since we don't have bales, this looks like a pretty decent spot to sit this at. Probably should have topped off the gas while we were up there too, but I didn't do it. What I'm also probably going to do when I expand this, let me kind of give you a bird's eye view here of what I'm planning. I'm probably going to move this out just barely, like maybe to here. Because we're going to remove this and obviously reset it. So about to here. That way I can build a little bit of a track this way if I want to. I have a track here and then I've got a track here, right? I don't necessarily know if I'll use it or not. Because this one is pretty close, right? I probably won't use it. I probably will keep it as it is then. But anyway, maybe. We'll think about it. But I'm going to kind of expand this out, I think, to somewhere around in here-ish. And then over here. And then leave the rest of this for production-based. And we'll put another track in like this. And then all of this back in here. And on this side will all be production-based items. I believe that's what we're going to be doing or going for. Now, we also have to start thinking about putting down a different sell point. We talked about I want to put the coal production in, and to do that, we are going to need to change things up a little bit because our current sell point does not allow. They don't react well together. The coal production in this, for whatever reason, they don't react well together. I'm not really sure why, but they don't. So we kind of have to figure out a way to get around that, I guess, and the only way to do it is to put down another selling point. Now, I have installed a few other sell points. I'm not positive if they're going to be better or worse or do the same thing. I really don't know. They could have the same issue, right? So that's something we're going to have to kind of test out a little bit here. Now, I'm not going to try to get probably every bit of this grass up, but I want to get a good chunk of it up since we're going to be taking it anyway. We might as well get some more grass out of it. There's no reason not to. Do a couple awkward turns here, and then we'll try to do it up and down for a couple of times to finish this off. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to turn. I don't want to kill any of the crop that we have around here, right? And while this thing is, you know, really nice and convenient, it is going to be difficult to do turns with the space that we have. Okay, that is all done. So I'm going to head back this way, and we'll drop this off at the silage pole. Just pick up a little more grass on the way, because why not? We also need to extend our little track here that we made. We obviously did not extend that since we initially made it. And we also need to work on the yard a little bit as far as the painting of the ground goes, or putting down gravel and dirt and everything else, whatever you want to call it. Haven't done that either because we've had other bigger fish to fry, but now that we're getting closer here to the, well, not even closer, we are. Now that we're in the winter months here, we probably will be tackling that a little bit here very soon. Decent amount of grass out of that little section we got there, and it's just weeded grass, right? 9,000 liters of grass. Not bad. Still very weird the way this drops. It looks like it's dropping nothing, but it is. All right, while that's doing that, let's go ahead and jump in here, and then let's get rid of this. All right, rice field is gone. So now we want to put it back down. Yeah, I think that's close enough. I think. And we're going to go to about... I can't really see where the line is, if I'm honest with you. I need to move it. Change placement. Here we go. I think somewhere around in there would be good. I'm going to keep it up in the air for the time being until I kind of figure out where I'm going with it here. I think I'm good with that. It's going to make a big hill down here. I think there's enough room here. I don't know. That's pretty close. And this hill is going to go from here probably down to where the grass is now. That's going to be pretty close. But we might be moving this stuff anyway, right? We said we're going to get rid of this one, so we might be moving this stuff anyway. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. We're there. And the water thing's over here on this side now this time, which, whatever, that's fine, I guess. Let's go look at it. Does give us a little bit more room over here, which is kind of what I was thinking about doing, so we have that now. Whether we wanted it or not, we have that. The hill's a lot more severe on this side. Don't need to plow it again since I spent the money doing that, I guess. Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I think we can put the road right up here, right next to it, because it's not going to come out any wider than this. It's going to go this way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That works. That works for me. Okay, good. So, we're going to spend a little bit of money right now. We find this gravel thing we utilized. I think it was this. Was it this? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So I'm going to kind of build this up a little bit here. That'll work. Back this up. Come on, do a better job than that, Z. Come on, buddy. I think this is going to be its makeshift home for the time being, is right here. Oh, I got that way too close to the sheep pen there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this should be good. We're kind of up on the edge here a little bit. We might have to remove that, but I think there's enough room for me to get the tractor through here without any major issues. So I'm relatively happy with that. That'll work. Let's go ahead and pick up the trailer here. Let's get the coarse salt into our road salt production here. We want to keep that moving. It is out. Nice. 1,203 liters. It looks like what we're going to get between every episode here, so that's going to be really helpful from that perspective. And then this side, obviously a little bit smaller, but about half, a little less than half, I guess. We do have a pallet that has spawned of salt. Should be fine salt, I'm assuming. Yes, fine salt. Nice. Fine salt, when is it best to sell? It's in September. I should probably have this memorized as well, but I don't. The price is not terrible right now, actually. 2,131. That's not bad. Might want to sell it today. Anything else in the used market? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's little tiny bales, but it has a windrower on it. That thing's pretty sweet. Well, we're not going to utilize it, but if we had the ability to do so, that thing's pretty sweet. It would take us forever to pick those up. I'm more happy with what we purchased here today than that. So we'll push this back over here, and I think I'm going to hold on to the salt bale gang, and I think we're going to leave this episode at this point as well. Pretty productive. Brand new mower and loading wagon combo, which is really nice. We are able to service our tractor, which it desperately needed, and the paint is in really bad shape, but I'm not that concerned about the paint. It needs spray down. We need to get a power washing. We need to power wash some of the equipment. This thing's pretty nice, man. We've got 27,000 liters of grass in here, and 3,759 liters of silage that have been created. We were able to take another pallet of wool over there. We fixed the rice field up and ready to go, so this is in a good spot. I'm pretty happy with this. It's not a huge expansion, but I would say it's nearly a 50% increase, maybe slightly lower, 40%. Still, I'm pretty happy with that, and yeah, we'll leave the episode at that point. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button, subscribe in case you haven't done so already. Discord's down below. You want to become a member? Get early access to videos like this one, plus the members-only series. Links down below in the description for that as well. Let me know your thoughts on this down here, right? Let me know your thoughts. Should we put down a buying stall or silo or whatever it is? Should we put something down so we can get that construction project going? I don't know any other way to do it without making 400-plus episode series here, which I like doing. I would have no problem doing it because I'm enjoying this, but I think a 400 series episode just to specifically get that construction project done would be a little much. But let me know your thoughts one way or another. I'll take them all into account, and we'll make a decision kind of together. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.